Good day, citizens of these great United States. My name is Stephen Howard, and today I wish to discuss an issue that means a lot to me: voting. Our country is one of the greatest democracies in the world. We have the privilege to lead our government in whatever direction we desire. We abolished slavery, fought in world wars, landed on the moon, and at one point we even controlled the world economy. But today, a majority of the world, and even a majority of our own nation, believe that our time is up. Like the great empire of Rome, we have reached the pinnacle of our own power. But in a country where 100% of the people have a say, why isn't the country moving in our direction? The answer is simple. Shown here is a graph that represents voter-eligible population turnout rates from 1787 to now. The solid line represents presidential elections, while the dotted represents midterm or congressional elections. And as you can see, our turnout rates have never reached 90%. Rarely have they ever risen above 80%. And understand, this does not represent those that are registered to vote that vote. Instead, this represents those that are eligible to vote that vote. These statistics are brought to us by the United States Elections Project, headed by Dr. McDonald. It continues on in his research that 36.2% of our country voted in our most recent midterm elections this past November. The International Idea, a branch of the United Nations, ranks our country 52 on voter turnout rate, with 15 of these countries surpassing us having at least 80% turnout rate. But why vote? Approximately 16% of the United States approved of our last Do-Nothing Congress. And 60% of them, approximately, were re-elected. Fair vote requires an average of 60% of the United States ever votes for president, and 40% for midterms. If these statistics showed at least 80%, the Senate would no longer fear filibusters. Bills would no longer die in the House. They would thrive. The president would never use executive orders or have to beg people to vote. Our country could finally move again. I believe in a government where everyone participates, not because we have to, not because it's our duty or our obligation, but because we all care. I firmly believe in John F. Kennedy's words, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." How can we expect our country to help us when most of us can't even be bothered to help our own country? We have the power to select the path and the destiny of our government. It answers to those who exercise the power to select its leaders. There is no choice in that. The power is ours. To not vote is to sit by and allow our government to fail. To allow ourselves to fail. Finally, I urge you all to remember the wise words of Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility. And in so doing, lead this country to the greatness it once had, once again.